Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Byjus Exam Prep. My name is Naveen, and today we will be looking at CAT 2024 QA, and today is part 1 of the arithmetic series. Well, before we begin, you guys can see that there is a link that has been posted in the comment section, in the live chat. So, wherein you can put in the details of yours in that Google form, so that we can reach out to you for quicker counseling part. So whatever you are going to query about CAT 2024, you don't have to wait or write anything in the comment section after the session gets over. You can straight away go ahead and fill up that form which is there in the chat section. Okay, so please, anyone who is interested, make sure that you do that. Okay, so let's begin with our first day of the question. The population of a village increased by 10% every year. After 2 years, some people died of corona and the population became the same as the initial population of the village. What percentage of the initial population was the number of people who died of corona? So since you can see only one part which is in percentage, there is no magnitude here. So we can assume any value of our choice. So if we begin with 100, so let's say the population of the village was 100 people. So it increased by 10% in the first year, it becomes 110, right? 10% of 100 is 10, so it increases by 10, it becomes 110. Then in the second year, it again increases by 10%. Now this 10% will be 10% of 110, which is going to be 11. So 110 plus 11 becomes 121. Now it says that there was a decrease because of people who died of corona, such that final value it became 100. It became same as what it was initial. So we can see that there should be a decrease of 21, right? Now the question is asking what percentage of the initial population, so initial population being 100, was the number of people who died of corona. So can we say 21 people died of corona? So can we say this is nothing but 21%? So the answer will be B. As simple as this. So whenever you have a question in percentages where the numbers, the numerical values, they are associated with percentages and there is no magnitude involved, you can assume any value and you can solve it, right? Okay, let's look at the next question. 9 women and 3 men complete work in 12 days. Each woman takes thrice as much time a man takes to complete the same amount of work. In how many days will 9 men complete the same work? Well, it is given to us that 9 women and 3 men, they can complete a piece of work in 12 days, right? So there is a formula that workforce into duration, it results in work. This is the formula for time and work. Now the workforce can be just one type of people, it can be different types of people or different groups of people. Here we have 2 groups, men and women group. Here W and M, they represent the efficiency of each of these people. For one woman, she completes W units of work in a day, and for every man, he completes M units of work every day. That's what W and M here stands for. Okay, it's not the number of women and men. Number of women and men are 9 and 3. W and M here stands for their efficiencies. Okay. Then it is also given that each woman takes thrice as much time. Time taken by a woman is 3 times the time taken by a man. Right? So TW and TM here stands for time taken. So if we know the time taken, we can calculate the efficiency. So the efficiency is inversely proportional to the duration that people take to finish work. Okay? So efficiency is inversely proportional to time. So time mein, if you have 1 before W and 3 before time taken by a man, so 1 and 3, inversely simply means you interchange the numericals, as in this is what we will have. Now, we have already represented efficiency of a woman and man by W and M, right? So from here, what we are going to do is we will assume the efficiency of a man to be 3 and efficiency of woman to be 1, right? They interchange their coefficients. Once we get the efficiencies, we can put it back here and we will get the total work is equal to 9 into efficiency of a woman, which is 1, and then 3 into efficiency of a man, which is 3, into 12. So this turns out to be 9 plus 9, which is 18 into 12. This is the total work. Now question is asking us, in how many days will 9 men complete the same work? So 9 men would mean 9 into efficiency of a man being 3. In how many days will it complete it, right? This is the workforce, D is the duration, and the total work is, we just calculated it to be 18 into 12. So we are supposed to solve this. This is 9 will take care of this, so we will be left with 2. This 3 will take care of this 12, this will be 4. 2 into 4 will result in 8. So we can say that the duration that these 9 men will take to finish the work will be 8 days, right? Option B. Okay. Next, in a class there are 50 students. The weights are measured and the average came out to be 65 kg. After inspection, it was found that the weighing machine was calibrated erroneously and was showing 8 1/3% more weight than actual. Okay, so let's deal with 8 1/3. 8 1/3 is 8 into 3 plus 1 whole divided by 3%. So which is 25/3%, which is going to be 25/300 in terms of fraction, because percentage means 100 should be in the denominator. This becomes 25 and 300. They are divisible by 25. 300 is 25 into 12, so we get 1/12. Well, it becomes much easier if you remember that 8.33% is also 1/12. This is something that we learn in class. Okay. So 1/12 it says. Now this question says that this was an error and this is 1/12 more weight than actual. That means 12 is the actual weight, and since it says it uses the word more, it would mean plus. So here plus 1 represents the error that was being made. So if the actual weight is 12, the error was 1 more. Okay, so we can use that logic. So if actual is 12 kg, then the error made is plus 1 kg ka. That means the faulty weight is going to be 13 kg. Now this 65 kg is the weight that is measured using this particular weighing machine, which is faulty. So ये अगर 65 kg हो जाएगा तो कितने का error बनेगा और कितने का actual होगा. So it's all about ratios now, right? So can we say we are multiplying this by 5? 13 into 5 is 65. That means there was an error of plus 5 kg. That would mean 12 into 5, 60 kg was the actual weight. There was an error of plus 5 kg, which translates into 1/12 ka error, which is 8 1/3% error. And we eventually get 65 kg. 65 kg is given in the question itself. Question is asking us find the correct average weight. Had the question been asked what is the error, the answer would have been 5. The correct average weight here will turn out to be 60. So the answer is going to be again option B. Okay. The next one. Karan gained 5% in a transaction. If the article was sold for rupees 450 more, he could have gained 11%. At what price must Karan sell the article to gain 17%? So, there is some cost price, right? It says he gained. Gained means there is an increase of 5%, right? And if it was sold for 450 more, he would have gained 11%. So instead of 5%, he would have gained 11%. Gain means jada, increase. So if you look at these two percentages, can we say that change of 6% of cost price, of course, because profit is calculated on cost price, loss is calculated on cost price, markup percentage is calculated on cost price. So here we're talking about profit, right? Gain is another word for profit. So 6% that increase or the gain on cost price is given as 450 rupees. If 6% is 450 rupees, that would mean 1% is going to be 75. 1 into 6 is 6, 75 into 6 is 450. That would mean 100% gain is going to be 7,500. Now, the question asked is, at what price must Karan sell the article to gain 17%? So, 7,500 if this is the cost price. So, if we need now 17% profit, that means we need to increase it by 17%. So, let's calculate 17% of 7,500. This is going to be 1,275. So this will turn out to be 8,775. So this becomes the selling price, option D. So I'll reiterate, I'll repeat. So people who are looking for the preparation for CAT 2024, this year's CAT and other exams as well, if you want to get in touch with us regarding our products and when the batches are going to start, who is going to teach them, how many hours are going to be provided to you, what are the different tools that will be provided to you, you can complete the counseling form that is pinned in the live chat section. Okay, once you fill that up, we will get the notification and we will get in touch with you as soon as possible. Okay, fifth. Matthew invested rupees M at the rate of 15% per annum on compound interest for 2 years and earned a total interest of rupees 3,870. If Matthew invested rupees M plus 1,200 for another 2 years at an additional rate of 5%, then what will be the compound interest on that investment? So let's forget about the first 2 years, right? So if we look at M, first year there was certain percentage, second year there was certain percentage, overall the interest, total interest being 3,870. Right? Now, when he reinvests, when he doesn't reinvest, as in he's not going to invest M plus 3,870. He again, what he takes the same amount M and he invests. And then there is 1,200 rupees as well. Now, this 1,200 at the rate of 15% per annum for 2 years will be further calculated, right? Now, there is an additional rate of 5%. That means 1,200 is not going to be calculated on only 15%, but rather on 20% of 1,200, right? Okay, so it is going to give us 20% as 240 and then 240 plus additional 20% of 24, which is 240, which is going to be 48. So from 1,200, he gets 400, 528, right? And he was getting 3,870 at 15%. Now the question says it should now be 20% and not 15%, right? So from here, can we say that the principal is M and at the rate of 15% for 2 years? And if we subtract M from there, we get 3,870 because 3,870 is not the amount, it's only the interest. So 15%. How can we break down 3,870 for 2 years? 320. No, we are not going to get 3870. If I break down 3870 is 3200, 3200. अच्छा, 3200 तो ऐसे भी नहीं कर सकते. What if we take 1600? 16, 16, 32. No. What if we take 1800? It will also not give us. 1600 doesn't give, 1800 doesn't give. 1700 and 1700, and then 15% of 1700. So which is going to end in that. So we need a value जिसका 15% जो है वो मेरे को सिंपल दे देगा. It should increase by 5% more. ठीक है, let's not use the formula because you know this will be difficult. So let's talk about an alternate approach. ठीक है, let's look at an example. Compound interest का. Suppose our principal is 1000. Okay, first year, second year, and rate of interest is let's say 10% per annum. So first year mein it will be 100, second year mein it will be 100 plus 10% of 100, that is 10. Okay. Suppose if the principal is not 1000, but let's say, principal is 1000, but say for this the rate of interest is 15% per annum, right? So we will have 150, we will have 150, and then we will have 15% of 150, which is going to be 22.5. Now, if you compare between the interests, you will find that this also increased by 15%, this increased by 15%, and this increased by 15 and 15, that is 15 and 15 ka successive. We can say that if this is a 15% increase on 100, so we have R percentage of P, pay fair R percentage of P, right? This is what 22.5 is going to give us. So this is the extra that we get. We get an extra of 12.5, which is 15 and 15 ka successive will not give us that. Okay, fine. If I ignore this smaller component, we can say that our overall value will also increase by 15% approx, right? So if this is 3870, we are pretty sure कि 15% इसका भी increase होएगा ही, right? अच्छा, sorry. 10% to 5%, ये 15 नहीं है. So the rate of interest increased by 50%. So that means this will increase by 50%. The second year interest will increase by 50%, and 10 becomes 22.5, which is 50% and 50% ka successive, right? Which is going to be 125% ka increase of 125. Right? So if we do the same thing, say this is going to be 210, while this is going to be 322.5. So this is 50% तो कम से कम बढ़ेगा ही ये भी. So going by that logic, we can say this is going to increase by 50% at least. 50% would mean 1935, right? So this is going to be 3, 4, Okay, I took 15%, this is now 20% ka change. So 20% ka change instead of 15%, that's an increase of 1/3. So initially we used to have a 15% increase, now we are going to have a 20% increase, right? So the percentage wise, there is an increase of 1/3. So if this is an increase of 1/3, that means 33.33%. So that means our final interest will increase by 1/3 at least. कम से कम इतने से तो बढ़ेगा. So that's an increase of 1087. 1/3 is going to be 29. So 1290. This will result in 3, 4, 5, 160. So at least 5160 is going to be there. Itna interest we will get from the value of m. What is m? We don't know. We haven't calculated that. That's why I did not use the formula. So I saw an example. I looked at an example. I saw how the things change when principal doesn't change, but only the rate of interest change. So because of change in the rate of interest by a percentage value, my interest also changes by at least that much percentage value. So kam se kam itna to badhega. And from 1200 we are getting 528 for sure. So if we add both of these, we will get 5688. We know that our interest is going to be more than 5160 from just the M principal. और मेरे को अभी 5688 आ रहा है, तो ये 5688 से ज्यादा आना चाहिए if we include both. साकेत 12,000 इसका आंसर बता रहे हो आप या फिर प्रीवियस वाले का बता रहे हो? राइट, सो 5808 होना चाहिए. 12,000 किसका बताया? इसका. Did you use the formula? 12,000 का 15%, 180, 180, 3600 plus 1. Okay. But I'm saying मेरे को उसकी जरूरत नहीं पड़ेगी, right? That could have been done, but without calculating m also, I'm getting the answer as more than 5688, which results in 5808. Same. Okay. Sixth, Mr. X went to his office via train, which ran on a straight path. It took him 30 minutes to reach the office. While returning home, he took a taxi which took a non-straight path and dropped him home in 1 hour. If the speed of the taxi is 30% less than that of the train, find the percent by which the distance of the return journey is more than the train track length. So this is his home, this is his office, and he goes via train. So, and when he comes back by taxi. Here, let's say the distance is not known, right? Of course, we need to find out that part. The time here he takes is half an hour, and the time he takes while coming back is an hour. Now, the speed of the taxi is 30% less than that of the train. That would mean if the speed of the train is 10, the speed of the taxi is 7. Right? So what is the distance that he covers here? Can we say distance covered here is 5? And what is the distance that he covers here? So this is by train and this is by taxi. So this is going to be 7. Question asked is, find the percent by which the distance of the return journey is more than that of the train track. So 7 is how much more than 5? It's a it's 2 more. But since we're talking about percentage wise and based on the train track length, so it's 2 out of 5, which will result in 40%. Right? Very much straightforward. Okay. Yeah, hi Eternal, hi Saket. So you guys can see that there is a link that has been pinned in the live chat section. If you guys have any queries, if you want one of us to get in touch with you, please fill up that form. Okay, make sure that you give your contact number and email address correct. Okay, next question. 2 vessels K and L containing banana shake and mango shake in the ratio 2:3 and 3:5 respectively. If 80 liters of the mixture is removed from vessel K and poured in vessel L, then the ratio of banana shake to mango shake in vessel L becomes 5:8. Find the initial quantity of banana shake in vessel L. So it's not about K having something and L having something. It's just that we have an L. Okay. So this is L. It has got 2 parts. One is going to be banana shake and the other part is mango. Okay. The banana and mango. The banana part in this is we are talking about L. Okay. And it has a volume of, let's say, X liters. So banana part is 3. And mango part is 5, right? Banana is the first one, so that is 3. Mango is the second proportion, so that's 5. Now, when this is mixed with 80 liters of another mixture, now that another mixture, so let's use a different vessel. It also contains banana and it also contains mango. Okay, so banana and mango. How much of banana and mango that does this vessel contain? It is 2:3. So this is 2 and this is 3. Banana is 2, mango is 3. When they both are mixed, then finally we get a vessel with a volume of X plus 80 liters that will again contain banana and also mango. And this banana and mango, this is in the ratio of 5:8. We need to find out the value of X. So we can solve this in a lot of different ways. We can solve it using equation, straight equation. We can solve it using options. We can solve it using average. We can solve it using alligation, right? There are many ways. But whenever we have different denominators, it's always preferable. Denominators means the total volume here is 8, here it is 5, here it is 13, right? If we add. So it's always better in such cases to not use alligation because as humans, we are not good with fractions. Okay? So definitely alligation use नहीं करेंगे. ऐसे नहीं कि answer नहीं आएगा. पर chances are that we will get stuck someplace because fractions we are not comfortable with. So let's use normal average logic. How much of mango or banana we have? So let's select banana. How much of banana do we have initially? We have 3/8 of X liters. How much of banana do we have in the next one? We have 2/5 of 80 liters. And how much of banana are we going to have eventually? This is going to be 5, 8 plus 5, 13 of X plus 80 liters. We need to find the value of X from here, right? So if we use a bit of common sense, we need to find a number which 80 plus 36, which is 116. It should be divisible by 13. 116 is not divisible by 13. What about 104? 104 is divisible by 13. So if I put 24 here, and if I put 24 here, 5 by 13 of 104, that's perfectly divisible, right? It's 8 times. And if I put 24 here, ये भी perfectly divisible है. एक बार verify कर लेते हैं. So This is going to give us 9. 16 into 2, 32. And this is going to give us 8. This is 40. Oh, just missed by a small part. Maybe because of that 5 वो नहीं आएगा. So 24 तो नहीं हो रहा. एक काम करते हैं, solve ही कर लेते हैं. Because no other option is going to divide 13 properly, so it's not helpful, right? Okay. So this one is straightforward going to be 32, right? So we will have 32 minus 160 by 13. No, sorry, 8 into 5 is 400. 400 by 13 is equal to 5 by 13 minus 3 by 8 times x. So we will have 320, 96. So this will give us 16 by 13, 40, 39, 1 by 13 into 8 into x. -39. We have 39. And we have 16 into 5, 80. 32. Thirteen, of course, gets cancelled. X turns out to be 16 into 8. 128. (128 plus 80). 208, 104. That makes sense. 128 is what we are supposed to have. इसीलिए कोई option match नहीं कर रहा है. So looks like 80 plus x plus 80 is not 128. X is 128. Find the initial quantity of banana. अरे यार, banana shake given है ना? It's not overall. So the banana shake is going to be this much, which is going to be 3/8 of 128, which is going to give us 16. So this is 48. So banana is 48. So the mistake I was doing was I did not read the question carefully, and I was like, find the initial quantity of shakes. So I assume x is going to be that, but actually it's asking us 3/8 of x is which of the following options. So it will be 48. See. Okay, the next one. If 30% of the girls in a class are in the sports committee and 60% of the students in the sports committee are girls, if 40% of the students in the class are girls, then find the percentage of students in the sports committee. Okay, so let's talk about boys and girls, and we are talking about the class, and somebody is in the sports committee and it's not in the sports committee, right? I can also solve this using set theory, as in Venn diagrams. So suppose in the class there are a total of 100 people, right? 30% of the girls in a class. So how many girls do we have? We don't know that. We know it from here actually. 40% of the students in the class are girls. So total girls we have 40 and this is 60. Now it says 30% of the girls, right? That is 30% of 40. They are in sports committee. So this is going to be 12. That means this is going to be the remaining 28. And 60% of the students in the sports committee are girls. So 60% of what number is going to be 12? So this is going to be 20, right? So this turns out to be 8. This turns out to be 80 क्योंकि मेरे को total 100 ही चाहिए. If this is 80, this is 28, so this is going to be 52. 8 plus 52 is 60. 12 plus 28 is 40. 8 plus 12 is 20. 52 plus 28 is 80. So whether you add whether you add any row or whether you add any column, everything makes sense. 60% of students in the sports committee. So in the sports committee, if there are total 20 people, then 60% of 20, which is 12, these are girls. Question asked is, find the percentage of students in this sports committee. 20. Since we have taken the base as 100, it's a very straightforward part. कि जो number दिख रहा है वही percentage हो जाएगा. Right? Okay. So everyone who are currently live, and if you guys are watching it, please make sure that you like this video and share it with one of your friends who is also preparing, who is also appearing for the exam. You can unlock your 3 days free trial access by putting in your contact number on the home page of the app. The link to downloading the app is given in the description below. You can also enroll in our CAT and non-CAT 2023 test series made by IIM alumni. Okay, it consists of 10,000 practice questions, more than 80 mocks, topic tests, and detailed mock analysis and everything. Please make sure that you watch us live for that 2024 detailed analysis and question paper and answer key. It's going to happen tomorrow at 7:30 p.m. We are going to discuss about what should be the good attempts, what are going to be the expected cutoffs, and we'll discuss some of the questions. We'll also talk about section wise what was good, what was bad about it. So everyone who is writing that, please do not forget to attend the session. People who are new to Byjus, you can download the app and you can click on the button which says talk to our counselor and you can get your queries resolved. You can be one among our CAT toppers this year or the next year. All you need to do is make sure that you fill up the form that is pinned in the live chat section, and we will get in touch with you. We'll tell you what are the products that we are providing you. You can also follow us and subscribe to our channels and social media handles. Well, that's all for today. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for joining. Take care.